Welcome back to Good Things Utah on this Tuesday. Time now for your beauty buzz. And I have something to tell all of you. There's a new man in our lives here on Good Things Utah. This is Stephen Robertson, and he has taken over doing our GTU hair. And we've absolutely loved it. I've been once. I can't wait to go again. He cut Dina's bangs that you've been seeing. Yes. He's the co-owner of One Salon. Tell us a little bit about you.
My name's Stephen Robertson. I've worked in the Valley for about 15 years, I think, doing hair. About 5 years ago, me and my business partner opened One Salon, so we've just kind of called that our home. And I do hair 24 hours a day. If Walmart's open, I'm at the salon.
What's your philosophy about hair?
You know, over time, I feel like when I first met Dina, like years ago, I used to do a lot of really extravagant kind of contemporary kind of hair. And over the years, because hair coloring has changed so much, I've kind of turned into this natural kind of, I like things to look like they kind of naturally exist instead of artificial, you know?
It's
so
evolved.
That's kind of where my life is at now. It's just making hair pretty and natural looking.
Okay, and that's tough to do in the winter, so we invited Stephen on to give all of you tips like he's given us about winter hair care. So we brought our producer Savvy on too. We're going to talk to you in just a second about what he did with your hair. But let's start with dry scalp versus dandruff.
Yeah, so I get a lot of questions in regards to everything that we're going to talk about. As far as I have a lot of dry scalp, what do I do about it? And I think a lot of people immediately go to those dandruff shampoos, like the Head and Shoulders, all that stuff. What kind of happens in Utah when we have those kind of products? Those are made for dandruff. Dandruff is a bacterial infection that sits on the skin. You can like feel it in your hair, where dry scalp is not dandruff.
It's different.
Yeah, so you want to treat dry scalp by exfoliating your skin or moisturizing your skin with like a hyaluronic acid to counter that. But if you use a dandruff shampoo on dry scalp, it makes your scalp drier.
How do you know how do you know if you have dandruff or dry scalp?
So you can usually feel, you can have somebody else kind of look for you too, but you can feel it. Dandruff has like a texture on your skin because it's the little bacteria that's growing on the surface of your skin. Dry scalp is just that like white flaky that you get on your shirt kind of deal, and it's not up in your skin.
Good tip. Make sure you're using the right products. Now let's talk proteins versus moisture.
So Utah's a really blonde state. You are one of them. A lot of times in Utah, hair gets over-processed.
And that happened to me.
Yeah,
when I came to see you, my hair was over-processed.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
We'll get it back to normal.
Is it too much bleach?
It's not. It's a combination of too much bleach. Maybe it was left on a little bit long, but it's also because we live in the Midwest or the West, and it's not humid here at all. So a lot of times people blonde treat their hair with proteins because they'll get shampoos that are labeled as for dry and damaged hair. A lot of those shampoos have an ingredient called hydrolyzed wheat protein in them that causes hair to dry out. So people think they're treating their hair, but they're actually making it break even more.
Making it worse.
Yeah.
Because I buy those. I buy that for dry hair.
You know what? It's a common ingredient in literally everything. It's in a lot of skincare and hair care. The only way you can avoid it is to literally turn the ingredients. Read that long ingredient list, and if there's a hydrolyzed wheat protein or hydrolyzed soy protein, and you're blonde and kind of dry, you'll want to remove those.
Okay, stay away from that. Do deep conditioning treatments really work? I know you did one on Savvy before the show.
Yeah, so what we did on Savvy earlier today is we did a scalp scrub on her. She was a little dry back in the root. So we just did a little exfoliant on there. That'll probably get her through the rest of the winter. There's a ton of them. Kerastase has some. Shuyumura has some. There's a product from Christoph Robbins that it's like a great scalp exfoliant.
Her hair looks so shiny now, doesn't it?
So there's some like miracle treatments that are coming out. Kerastase has one right here. It's called Chroma Gloss.
Okay.
Chris Appleton, who's like Kim Kardashian's hairdresser, and Jennifer Lopez, he also has one as well. That makes your hair kind of blow dry in this like straight glassy kind of finish, and it lasts a couple washes. So Savvy doesn't have any product in her hair at all. We did a scalp scrub, no shampoo, just a scalp scrub at her root. And then instead of conditioning it, we put this treatment on it, left it on for 2 minutes, and then we just blow dried it out. And you have this like really sleek, kind of glassy.
It does have a Jennifer Lopez.
A temporary fix. It's more of a cosmetic thing. We didn't actually treat her hair with anything. It's just kind of a surface kind of think.
Stephen can talk to you about all these products. I know you brought a bunch, and some you say I love, but you could use anything else. And so when you go into the salon, these are the kind of chats you have. When we chatted for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
when
we did, yeah.
He is on Instagram and Facebook, One Salon SLC. You can book online at the website on your screen, and also on our website, there'll be a link, abc4.com/GTU. We are so excited to have you as part of the
Thanks for
GTU
having
team.
me, yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show.